Alright guys, we had a couple of people that asked us to show them how we do the vine licking branch. I like calling it setting a trap, you know, because it's kind of like a mock scrape, but you're using a vine licking branch to do it. And we've had a lot of success doing this. We've been setting up our cameras on it, and you can do this any time of the year and they'll start using it any time of the year. It's not like they're only going to do it during the rut. So we're on a little farm that a friend of mine gives me permission to hunt, and I'm going to show you from start to finish how we do it. So
cut a vine.
Right over here we've got, you can see you got this big
nice grape arbor growing.
Yeah, see you got this vine growing here, wild up into the trees.
The good thing about this is we're only going to take a piece out of this.
Yeah, you won't even kill it.
Won't even kill this thing. So we'll continue to cut.
One of the things, take a step back a second, Scotty.
Yeah.
I want to just show you guys something here. You see this vine right here? That branch there is probably maybe half an inch, 3/4 of an inch in diameter.
That's 3/4.
That's a perfect size.
Yeah.
Not too big, not too small.
Yeah.
So he's going to go ahead and cut a piece. See, he's got rubber gloves on, so careful not to get our human scent on anything. What's good sometimes too is to cut the piece like pretty long. The longer it is, the better, because we'll tie it off up into a tree high with a piece of paracord, and it'll hang down and it'll just look very, very natural.
So that's about a 6-footer.
That's about a 6-footer. If you want, Scott, I was thinking about cutting this guy. Cut that like really long, and then when we hang it up in that tree over there, it might even work better than that.
I think that'll work.
I mean, this will definitely work, but I was just saying, because with the paracord, when we have it hanging down, you'll see it hanging off the string.
Yeah, you'll see that. You know, that's definitely long enough.
That's definitely long enough.
Yeah, that'll work.
All right. This is a little piece of property that we hunt. It's an overgrown field, small old farm. It's only like 15-acre farm. And what we got here.
Well, let me show this. Now, Joe and I have hunted this. I don't know how many years we've been in here. 3?
Yeah, probably 3 years.
Right. We've killed out of. There's a tree back in here. We've killed out of it in the past. Shot a nice fat doe in here a couple of years back. But one thing that we did notice, there's a trail that runs right up. This is a nice pinch here. Between, we got a hedgerow in here, tree growth growing in here. Small little woodlot here, and it pinches them down.
Yeah.
This is only maybe 20 feet wide.
Yep.
At its widest point.
Yeah, it's a little.
Opens up into another little fallow field.
Yeah, and then it goes down. You see down there, we got a redneck blind down there. We hunt out of that sometimes with the kids and stuff.
The one thing that we noticed is there's a faint trail that runs right down through here. And you've always noticed that the deer are always cutting this corner.
They always come through this corner, yeah.
So I'm actually going to throw a line up in this cherry here. We're going to hang this vine right over this trail.
Yep.
And we figure we could probably get up in that maple out there, throw our saddles in that.
Yep.
And they usually come down, they'll walk by that, give us maybe a 15-yard shot. I mean, we could shoot to the vine here as well too. If we get up in one of these, we'd be closer.
Yep.
But just as they come through, from 25, maybe 30 to the tree there. But
yeah,
we like them a little closer than that.
Yeah, nothing like a chip shot, Yeah. We have an oak that's only in the woods here. Oh geez, probably only 10 yards away. We've hunted out of that together at the same time and filmed. Shot a doe out of that one year. It's a good spot for like an observation spot. All the deer end up coming up here, but you look down, you go down on the bottom down there. There's it's very thick down there, and there's bedding. They bed down in there, and then in the evening they'll come up out of there. work their way up this hill. So what Scott's going to do is he's got his throw ball, just like when we set paracord loops or when we're DRT hunting and you got to get your line up there. We use the same throw ball, and we're going to throw that up over a limb in this tree. Oh, let me stand back so you can. Scotty always makes it look really easy. He never misses. He always pretty much hits it the first try every time.
Magic of editing.
Yeah. And what we did is we bought some cheap paracord at Home Depot. Same stuff we use for putting our paracord loops up into the trees when we're leaving them in there when we scout out areas.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be that high either. That's
right.
just the way it worked out on this one.
Yeah, this just kind of works out where it's going to be right on the edge of this trail, right off this point. It'll work out really nice. And what we're going to do, this is creating a social hub. You're going to put this here. For some reason, these deer, you don't even have to have scent on it. The deer are attracted to it like anything. I mean, they just, I don't know what it is. It's the more in the presentation than it is the scent. That was a used roll. There's not too much left on it.
Perfect. Okay, so we're going to take the end of this paracord here. Okay. That'll work out nice. That'll do. Just tie a loop in the end of it. This is an easier way to do it, so tie in knots. Put a loop in this. That's all. Like so. Feed the line right through the loop.
It's like a choker.
Right, like a choker. I'll put a couple of them there. So this will knock this off first. Like so. And just make a loop. Or actually pass it over.
And notice he's being careful not to touch the business end of that where the deer are going to be.
And the good thing about this is, a lot of you guys ask if we put scent on it. I mean, we do have some pre-orbital scent that we can, but I just put one in the other day, and I left a couple snapshots on the page. It wasn't even in 24 hours, and I had 2 does working it from 7:30 in the morning to 8:30 for an hour. They just wouldn't leave the thing alone. They just kept coming back to it. They'd feed a little bit, they'd come back to it. So they already put all the scent on that vine that I need.
Yeah, all you need is that first deer to use it.
Any synthetic scent.
And you're good.
Think about 4 feet, 5 feet would work too, especially for the bigger deer and stuff like that. The fawns aren't really going to reach it too much, but we try to keep them low enough so the entire herd can use the vine. The more information on that vine when the buck comes through, the more time he spends at it.
Yeah.
That's the way we feel anyway. But we like to keep them about 4 feet, 4.5 feet off the ground. That's good. The deer come right up and should just start working it and get it all loaded up for when we start getting into that pre-rut. Same thing. It's going to stop that buck. The nice thing about this is it stops the buck in an area for a shot. So whether you're filming this, that, you can train the camera on this area, it's going to stop the buck. He's going to spend a little bit of time here.
Might take his attention off of anything else, and he'll just be focused on that.
It offers us, if we're back in here in any one of these trees, it's offering us a nice broadside shot. All right, if we do hunt that bigger tree there, it's just going to free him up here for a little, do what he wants to do till he works his way around this trail. These are like magnets, man. It's almost like baiting without food.
Yeah, they can't help themselves.
No.
You know what it is? It's like a dog and a fire hydrant.
Right.
Dog sees a fire hydrant, it's got to check it out. Good. And it's the same thing with like mock scrapes and stuff. But I think this is actually the key. With a scrape or a mock scrape, the overhanging branch is really the key to it. They're going to look and check, the ground for they're gonna, you know, check the scrape for scent left in the scrape as well. But that overhanging branch, that's something that they're gonna be at all year long. So
that's it.
And that's it. That's all there is to it.
You can, you know, the one thing, if one little tip of advice I can give you is that whenever you throw it over, try not to do too small of a sapling, something flimsy,
Yeah.
because a buck will grab this, he'll bite on this and he'll pull down on it and everything. So, you know, you don't want him ripping it down out, you know, all your hard work,
Right.
ripping it out of the tree, you know.
Sometimes too, just so you know, sometimes if you put it in even a live limb that's kind of small, over time, if you're using a big heavy branch, sometimes they'll actually weigh down and the height might change on its own kind of naturally. So you might want to, you know, just make sure it's over a limb that's stout enough that's not going to move. And we also, when we tie them off down here, we leave a little bit of something so that, you know, when we come back in and check it out, if we got to make an adjustment, it's there, we can adjust it.
Right.
And that's it.
That's
you don't,
basically it.
Yeah, you don't have to put scent on it. We have been using some forehead gland scent on it in some of them, but in other ones we didn't use anything, and it works pretty much just as well either way. I like to put the scent, just kind of gives me a feeling that something that they might come in, smell the scent and get drawn to it the first time. But the scent's going to probably wash off with, you know, rain and everything, but then once that deer starts using it and leaving its own scent, you're good to go.
That's it.
All right, so hope you guys like that tip, and do us a favor, subscribe to the channel if you like these tips. We're going to keep trying to bring you guys some relevant stuff, the stuff that's working for us, and hope you enjoy it. All right,
That's it, man. Good luck.
Good luck, guys.